Hi everybody, this is Dr. Kenny, and I want to go through a video example of how to navigate our course. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is go into Blackboard. And when you get into Blackboard, you're going to go to the left-hand column here, and you're going to look for courses. And you're going to look for Basic Art Experience Art 1000. Once I click on this course, it'll take me directly into the course. You'll notice that on the front page, that's where announcements might be. There's a little bit of information about me, and there's other things that might need attention in terms of assignments and so on. The area that you want to be most, concerned with is the content area. So that's this area right here where it says content. We're going to click on that, and it takes you right to the welcome banner of the course. After you get into the content area, I want you to watch the first assignment video. This tells you about how to fill out your first assignment. You'll notice that the first assignment information should be on the left of the course over here on the left-hand side of the course. Okay. The next thing down you're going to see is the syllabus. It says click the syllabus link below. So if we scroll down, there's our syllabus right here. It also talks about my email, how to get in contact with me, also what the deadlines are, and then also any more information that you might want about the instructor. So this is the instructor's page right here underneath. You'll notice that that is me, Dr. Kenny. Here's my phone number. This is my email. This is how you can make an appointment with me. This is a fully online course, so we don't have any meetings. There's no meetings unless we schedule a meeting. So you would need to email me and schedule a meeting, and then we'll find time in my schedule and yours that match, and then we will do a Zoom call. Course meeting times, again, no meetings. This is fully online. The book that's required for the course is the Living with Art, 13th edition, Mark Getlin, and here are the ISBN numbers. Now, this book is brand new. It's a little expensive. It's not that different from the 11th or 12th edition. If you can't afford the book and you want to order the 11th or 12th edition, that's fabulous. Go ahead and order them, and then you can just resell them back. Evaluation and grading information is right here. You can check that out. Syllabus is right here. I want to go right into session 1. When we get into session 1, if we go look at the top, you'll notice it says Connection to Faith. It has a description of what you'll be learning in the section. And then it has required content. And you'll notice these videos. These are extremely important. This is like my lecture to you. These are things we would have been doing had we been meeting online or in person, not online. So you want to watch The Civilization About Human Creativity first. Then you'll watch this video, which is my lecture about how to talk about art. And then this is a very good video on how to write about art, because you'll be doing some writing in this class. And then here's some things about the chapters. So this is a chapter summary in the Living with Art, and this is the introduction chapter. So what's nice about this is if you haven't got the book yet, you can go through this, and it gives you a really nice summary of the very beginnings of chapter 1 and chapter 2. So definitely watch those while you wait for your book. That way it won't feel as, like you're in trouble. Chapter 3 also is a nice summary here. So what are your assignments for this week? You're going to write a museum gallery paper. So that means either you're going to visit a museum or you're going to go look at artwork online in a Google museum, that kind of thing. So if we go back up here, let me go all the way back out for a second and go into evaluation and grading. You'll notice that there's some things in here. And so this is how to correctly cite artwork. So if I click on that, it tells us exactly how to write about art, how to cite a film, how to cite a website, how to cite an artist in an online journal, how to cite an artist in a book, how to cite an artist in a database, and how to cite original drawings, paintings, sculptures, and photos. So that's very helpful information. There's writing tips, your rubric, your discussion rubric, and so on. So there's a link I want you to look up. It's called Google Arts and Culture. So here it is, Google Art and Culture. And you'll notice that you can explore things here. So if you want to look up artists, if we hit explore and we want to look up artists, you can go here to the artists and you can literally go in and say you want to do a paper about Monet and you want to look at Monet's work. We can go here and look at all of Monet's work. And what's nice is that, let's say we want to look really close. So let's take a look at this painting. And notice that I've got a zoom lens here. If I zoom on it, notice I have a little bar over here. I can zoom all the way in, almost to the brush strokes. So see how clean that is? So that's a really, really, really good zoom of that image. That's closer than you'd probably get in a museum. Let's take a look at this piece. Okay, so here again, we can go ahead and zoom all the way in. And let's look at that. See the strokes? You can see every single stroke. So this is wonderful as a way to look at art and find art. So let's go back into our table of contents. So if we go back into our content area and we go back into that chapter 1, session 1, one of the things that you are requested to do is to write just a one-page gallery or museum paper. Now, if you don't have time to go to a gallery or go to the museum, you can use that Google Arts and Culture. I'm fine with that. And pick an artist and talk about what you found there. The other thing that's due this week is you're going to start a journal. So here's the information about that. You're going to begin a journal that is both visual and verbal narrative. So you're going to talk and write about what you see, and you can take pictures, and you can print them out or include them. So you could do this in a Word document and type in and bring in pictures that you took during the day. So the idea here is that you spend time in visual pursuit. You take walks in the woods, you maybe go to art exhibitions, you observe people and in your area, events, in your local mall, or maybe in your home even. You're going to use both your writing, and even if you'd like to draw, you could collage things, you could use photos from your phone, you could put in poetry, any of those things will do. So the idea here is that we're trying to reflect upon your artistic efforts. You can do this in a 3-ring binder and do it physically, or you could do it in a digital journal. It's up to you. If you do it in a blank book or in a binder, make sure that you write legibly. Submit your favorite pages of the journal during week 7 and you will get credit for that. This is very much of a pass-fail, so if you don't do it at all, obviously that's a problem. But if you do it, you want to do something every day, just one little entry every day. All right, so that takes us through section 1. You've got the discussion questions, very self-explanatory, and your journal, and the videos, and this gallery one-page paper. Okay. Let's go back over into content and we'll go into session 2. Now, I'm not going to go through all the sessions, but I want you to see kind of the flow. So when we go into session 2, there's our connection to faith. We're going to look at our description. It's going to tell us what the learning objectives are. And then we're going to see here the articles that we might want to look at. So these are articles that are not in your book. So this is not a part of your book. That's why it gives you time to get that book. You get almost 2 weeks before you have to actually read something from the book. You're going to read this article about children's drawing. So this whole session is about children's drawing. There's some very good articles here about it. And then we've got the video. This is my lecture, which is, I believe, about an hour long. So you're going to want to watch that. You have you have one discussion question and then a very short description of what is children's stage development. And you can use these articles as references right here, all these links, and you can help and write your 1-page paper. Or 3-page paper. So a short 3-page paper about children's stage development in drawing. All right. Let's go back out. In session 3, we're going to talk about the elements and principles of design. So here I have my lecture. You can watch that. Here's the summary of chapter 4 on the elements and principles in the book, and chapter 5, the principles of design. And then here's your assignments. You're going to read part 2, chapters 4 and 5. There's the summary. Videos are above. Then you are going to watch this video. You're going to do your online discussion questions, 3 and 3.1 and 3.2. And then there's a quiz. Now, the quiz is a very, it's right here. The most important thing about this quiz to remember is that there is a study guide for the quiz. There is nothing on this quiz, there's 25 questions, that are not on this study guide. So you can open up this study guide, read through it, and you will get 100 points on this quiz. And that's how all the quizzes are. So, you know, I'm not going to just guess that you're not going to get it. So you're going to want to read the study guide and then do your quiz. Okay, let's keep going. Here's section 4. This is on two-dimensional art. Very similar to everything we saw. This is one of the heavier reading areas. Do your best with reading through this. I also have many videos here talking about some of the things. You're going to do discussion question 4.1 and 4.2. There's a week 4 quiz. And then you're going to do a color theory paper. And there's the information for that is right here. So you're going to take a painting, 3 paintings that you're going to pick out of the book or from the Google Arts and Culture, and you're going to write about them. And remember that if you go back up here in content and go to grading and evaluation, here's information about how to write. And here's the aesthetic experience. This helps you. So if I click on that, there it is. It tells you what I'm looking for in everything that you're writing. So all the information is there. Okay. So let's go back. And by this time, now we're already through two-dimensional art. Three-dimensional art is the same thing. There's only, I believe, 2 quizzes in the whole course. History of art has discussion questions. There's an aesthetic paper, and then the final is here. So when we get into the final, you're going to here's the discussion questions 1 and 2, and then this is the questions that you're going to answer to do your final. So your final is a written final, and you're going to go through here and do these answers. And about the 7th week, I will give you an example of what I think a good final exam looks like, and it'll give you a very good reference to write your own final exam. And a lot of it has to do, what I'm very concerned with, is your responses to the artwork. In section 7, you will hand in your journal. So that's this section. And there's the videos on modernism. The aesthetic paper is due. And there's your journal drop box. And you're just going to hand that in. So that's pretty much it. It's quick. You learn a lot. It's only 8 weeks long. But I have great faith. You're going to do a wonderful job. And don't forget to watch the first assignment. All right. Talk to you all soon. And thank you so much. And we'll see you next time.